Hello, good evening, everybody. And today is day 15 of my challenge. And whole day I was planning to make this video, but there were so many appointments. And also the appointments they were planned for tomorrow, they came also for today. So now I am creating a moment to make this video. Otherwise, I think I could not make it, and I think it will not be fine. So the light is not so perfect today. It is dark, and I don't have so light systems and everything. Yeah, but I have me, so I am here. And today I wanted to talk about grief. And in these videos, I talk about themes that are related to migration and the challenges of migration, and what are the things that can you face, that you can face being a migrant, but that will also help other people who helps migrants also, who can also understand people better. And so I just want to create a bridge. I just want to create a bridge so that people can see each other without any prejudices, or I want um, to create awareness, and to create understanding for oneself in first place, and the understanding for the world around us. So as I think about spiritual migration, then grief is a very big part, and grief is such a big part that it is it is like we don't talk about it. But most of the time, we relate grief with if someone dies, then the family is in grief. But most of the time, we are not aware of the fact that the losses that we go through, that can also lead to grief, a state of grief that you cannot explain in words. So, if you, in case of migration, it is very clear that you lose your country. If it is asylum case, then it can be very traumatic. But if it is not with so much drama or trauma of so many things, even then, losing your positions, losing your job, losing your status in a country, losing your identity, and then redefining your identity, looking at yourself from an other perspective. Um, you have to go through this. Sometimes you have to mourn also that you cannot work like you were working. You cannot talk like you were talking. You have lost the friends that you had. You have lost the support system that you had. And maybe you are in grief and you don't recognize it, because if you are in grief, life goes on. So you have to deal with life. You have to do all the everyday things. And um, but the player from inside, that is like there is a uh, like there is something missing, always. And that feeling, uh, yeah, that can, you can be in grief. And chronic grief, sometimes if you don't take care of yourself, then you can come into complex type of grief. You cannot give the words to the feeling that you are feeling. And the most of the time, it is this the aim of this video is to create awareness about the state that you are feeling. You are not crazy. You are not the only one who is dealing with this. You may have memories, of the things you are continuously comparing in your head, how it was, how it is now. And sometimes you may be grieving for before that something's happened. You are anticipating the things that can go wrong, or maybe someone is old and anticipating on death, and also experiencing the fear and the sadness, and the emptiness. Sometimes, if we lose most of the time, what the problem is with highly qualified people also, that they have a self-image, and that is not um, that is not compatible with their yeah, the situations are not compatible with their self-image, and they can be in denial. And how long that you are denying your emotions, you are denying your sadness from inside, you're doing all the things, you're putting all the masks, and you are doing all the things that are expected, so long you are away from your own healing. So the awareness is also a path to healing, maybe first step to understand, to recognize that this can be a reason. Sometimes it is also associated with anger. You may be worried about the things that may go wrong if some, for example, if I at work, what happened with me also. Yeah, after death of my brother, sudden acute heart arrest, um, in 2014, I could not work like how I was working. So I was very easily in tears, and then my supervisor said, you are in grieving." But it was a complex form of grieving, because the death of my mother, I have always suppressed the feelings, and I was doing all the things. So your emotions have also limit, and you have also some emotional limits to carry on the baggage. And sometimes they say your glass is full, and then you have just one drop. You just need one drop, and then you cannot go more. But you have to know that your glass is full, but you can decide how you're going to do with this half full, or for me, for my case, I thought my glass is totally there is nothing more, I cannot take anything. But anyway, then I know that you can, if you are full with all these emotions, then you have to take care of yourself, and you have to look at the things. It is like a example of a cupboard. I like to give it to people, like if a cupboard is full of all the clothes and all the things, and you have done with all your energy, you put the doors together, and you just if there is a little bit disturbance, then the doors will open and all the things will fall down. So it is the same manner that people may get all the problems that they have had and never solved for themselves. They can come out. You can be worried to for this. You can be anticipating this, and yeah, so at that time, you need help to rearrange all the things, to put out the things that are not needed, and fold the things, and look at the things that you need, and keep the things that you have in a good manner. So you may have regrets, and if you understand that you have lost, for example, some people before migration they had good jobs, and when they come after migration, they have to learn languages, they have to build up, they have to get some diplomas, they have to show that they are capable of doing the work, and then they compare themselves with other colleagues that are doing good in other countries, and then they may have regrets of why they decided to do this. They cannot go back, because going back is also not possible for them, and then it can also be just a state of regret, and this is also a big blockage from inside that is not going to help you to grow further. You may have so many questions that why this happened to me. Most of the time, if someone dies, of someone loses, like miscarriages, or something happens, then you may have the questions that why this happened to me. I don't deserve this. I don't. Why me? And this question, sometimes you get answer, and sometimes you don't get an answer. And then you can also be, yeah, then again very angry, regretful. Sometimes you may have shame of the things that you have not done of well done. So these things also need a purification from inside. um, and you may lose your control, and um, this is also very threatening. So in one situation, if you lose something, you know that if you were in control and you lose something, then you know that you may feel like incapable of doing something. And if you were not in control, and then something happened, then you may feel um, like you are helpless, and you have no control on your life, and it can also be very difficult at that situation. So how to deal with this? I am just touching these subjects. These are deep subjects and need more deep going discussions, and also with different situations, different type of coaching, of counseling. Coaching is like something that we give like an advice, and it is okay. And counseling is a step deeper, that you go to the deeper layer of your mental abilities. Yeah, the deeper layer of where there are blockages, where there are beliefs that you have of yourself or about the other things, and the therapy is a more deeper layer, where you heal the traumas from the childhood, where you heal the things that happened at the time that you were not knowing, or you were knowing but now you have to deal with it, and you have to do some work there. So how you can go on with your new life after the loss? And this is a big question. If someone is died, then he's died, or he or she's died and coming never back again. And you have your emotions, and this is also good because that person was very precious for you, and that person also deserves your grief. I have also grieved here long, and I'm still grieving. Sometimes I have the that I miss my mother, but also, yeah, I look at my brother and his children. So the children, if they lose their parents at very young age, they may be grieving whole life. Maybe they are happy, maybe they are enjoying the life, but there may come the moments when they are going to miss their parents, and when they see other people with their parents, or with their whenever there's a birthday, whenever they are going to pass an exam, they will miss their parents, and this grief may be lifelong, and so you have to learn to go ahead with your losses and griefs. So what are the actions that you can change? Yeah, you cannot change that. Some of the things you cannot change, and but you can change what you can change. You can change your feeling also. You can change your meaning about the things. You have to accept this. There is no other way. And so long that you are asking questions or you are in denial, um, the acceptance phase is just not there. And it is okay, because acceptance is not coming in one time, and also not completely at all the dimensions. So finally, the aim is that you accept the new reality, and you see what is good in this new situation. Sometimes it is very hard to understand how it is good that we lose our parents, and the parents lose their children, and how it is good, how the situation is good. So, but um, it is something that you have that can help you, and just look at your life, and go it make it better. There are many ways that you can heal your emotional wound. You can heal your grief from inside, and there are many tools, many techniques that we can give to you, that you can repair the things, and you can look with it um, with other mindset, with other ideas, with other thoughts to the things. So if you can grow from here, you will see that there will be some richness in your personality also. Um, but anyway, grief is something that must be, we must talk about it. It is, yeah, it comes very frequently, and I don't know any person who has not grieved about one or other thing. So this is a part of our life, and we have the emotions to feel this, and that's why we are human beings, that we can feel, and our emotions, they make us strong. And the emotional intelligence comes also, sometimes it comes due to this type of happenings. And yeah, this is just this life. It teaches us on own way, and so we must be accepting it, willing to grow from it, and taking action to change whatever we can change. And the change can begin at thoughts level, at emotions level, at actions level. So this is for today, and I hope tomorrow I will come in a good light. Anyway, so until tomorrow, bye bye.